portray Gulch in a negative light, close quote. The city administration has not honored that agreement. They have made public statements that, in my opinion, have breached the settlement agreement. In the Saturday, September 5th, 2009 article printed in a press newspaper entitled Oregon Officer Jeff Brown Suspended After Investigation, a quotation is printed from Mrs. Brown. Gulch was fired by Mayor Brown in 2005. In the Friday, September 11th, 2009 article printed in a press newspaper entitled Woman's Complaint Against Mayor Sparks Crow, quotations are printed from Mrs. Brown and Rick Stager. The statement attributable to Mrs. Brown that she fired me in 2005 is restated. Rick Stager was interviewed by a press reporter. He stated, "We went back that far when we got the initial complaint from Vicki Ferris. We had heard rumors about things," said Stager. "It is reported by Wednesday, 5 days after the report was issued, Stager had doubts whether Gulch even conducted an investigation. It is reported Stager said Gulch should have investigated earlier complaints against Brown more thoroughly. Stager is quoted as saying, 'I don't know why nothing was done back then.' Stager is further quoted stating, 'It appears that some type of investigation, but there is no documentation. Police reports were filed, and there was an indication of other allegations. We looked at all of it, and frankly, it was pretty easy to find the information. It should have been very easy 7 years ago.'" In the Monday, October 5th, 2009 article printed in the press newspaper entitled, "Was Jeff Brown's suspension too lenient?" The article reports, Stager contends that Brown could have been terminated for other allegations in the report, but was not because Gulch was aware of allegations and did nothing. In a Friday, October 9, 2000 article printed in a press newspaper entitled "Council to Vote on Letting Gulch Talk About Brown," quotations are printed from Mrs. Brown. "It is reported Gulch said he would no longer withstand allegations made in the press regarding his response to the Rose complaint of Brown. He also disputed reference in the press that he was fired. Statements made by Mrs. Brown during the committee of the whole are quoted. Mayor Brown told Gulch she never told the press that he had been fired. She said, 'Chief Gulch, Chief, never once did I ever say you were fired. Never.' The press next reported, but in an interview with the press last month, Mayor Brown said she fired Gulch because he did not live up to her management expectations, and that he mishandled the case of Candace Elliott, a former police officer who was terminated during her probationary period with the police department in 2003. Not only did Mrs. Brown lie to me and all who were present at Monday, October 5th, 2009 City Council meeting by saying that she told no one that I was fired, Mrs. Brown completely broke the dictates of the settlement agreement by making a statement to the news media where she told them that she fired me. That statement is not only untrue, it clearly was a public statement that portrayed me in a negative light. Rick Stager, who is a representative of the city administration, is bound to adhere by the dictates of the settlement agreement. He has made public statements that portray me in a negative light. The statements that have been made by Stager are completely without substantiation and are a lie. He refused to give reference to an investigation that was conducted and reported in 2003 on the full degree of information that was known to any member of the Oregon Police Division at that time, from Nicole Rose. Stager is simply wrong. I have and continue to adhere to the settlement agreement. I have made no public statements that have painted the city administration in a negative light. In contrast, the city administration, Mrs. Brown, and Rick Stager have failed to adhere to the settlement agreement and have made public statements that portray me in a negative light. I am unable to place any trust or confidence in the city of Oregon administration. Now I will answer questions put to me.
Thank you for that.